What's up, fam? So, guys, this has been a rough one already. Um, this is crazy, you know. All right, going through a divorce is already stressful, but surprisingly, I got through the initial part of this like amazingly. You know, okay now with Sherry being gone. Um, I'm making adjustments. I'm making the house mine. I'm trying to get all the minute things out of the way while still maintaining the homestead, which is a lot of work, guys. Um, but then I got hit with a bombshell today. Um, the, the ultimate. I mean, this is the ultimate betrayal. I would have thought that it couldn't have been no worse than taking 5 years of my hard work, time, money, and leaving. And then in the same breath, making me a villain and blocking me out of everything that I had worked for. I thought that was the ultimate. Sherry went to every person that I hold dear and sold them a narrative. I was somewhat okay with that. If they stupid enough to believe that, they know it. And guys, I don't have many people in my circle. My circle is very, very small. So it don't require moving around too much. All she had to do is go to the people that she know I cared about. And she conned every last one of them. No, I just I just told her, I underestimated you. Like, I had no idea, you know, because what I said to her was in the text was, not only did you want to take everything we work for, and make it your own, you wanted to destroy me in the meanwhile. So, they were talking about my daughter, and I was like, yeah, stop talking about my daughter because that's going to piss me off because that's my love. Um, Come to find out, my daughter is actually upset with me because of what Sherry has told her. And I'm sitting there like, for one, y'all don't have that relationship. Why would Sherry come to you and bring anything to you about us, about our relationship? And then for you to then internalize what Sherry has told you and make it your issue was crazy. You know, um, Sherry has literally, guys, and I know this is the weirdest thing, and most people won't understand it. She turned my loved ones, my friends and my family, against me. And now I'm back to the point of why. Why? Because the thing is, I couldn't understand why, if you wanted to go, you just didn't go. Take half of the business that I offered you and live. Why you got to take everything and then go to my friends and family and destroy me, then come to the internet and make me look like a villain? And nobody, and I don't understand this, not even on the internet, could tell me exactly what I did. You want to call me narcissist? You want to call me this bad person? Come on, give me some information. What did I do? I don't want to hear these little words. I don't want to hear that. I want to know. And I had this conversation with my daughter, and she was seriously upset, but she couldn't tell me what did I do to Sherry. Sherry can't tell me what I did to her, and none of y'all can either. So that is the wildest thing to me. Like, this literally like the weirdest, probably the most exciting and mind blowing movie I could even imagine. My daughter, guys. Oh my God. Like, I poured everything into my daughter. Everything. Like, I literally almost been homeless because I want to make sure that she stayed in the home. But of course, she don't know that, because if her mom told her otherwise, then, the money went to her mom. Her mom spent the money. So far as she know, her mom did all this stuff. But my daughter's an adult now, and like, and I can't believe, like, she was really disrespectful to me. Like, we never had these issues. And like, I am devastated, guys. I can't even front. I would love to be able to hide the fact that I am feeling this way. You know, um, I don't know. I can only assume that she just wanted to make sure there was no bounce back for me when she left, because just simply having a woman is not going to be an issue for me. She know that. Um, but to take all the finances and then turn all my friends and family against me, I don't make friends and family that easy. My close circle is so small, guys, and I don't just let anybody in there. So therefore, there will be a long time before I actually find another friend, because it's been years, like 30, 40 years since I actually added anybody in my circle. And the bad thing is, guys, um, I didn't spend a lot of time with my friends or my family, because all my effort was in my marriage and this business. In turn, my friends and family didn't have that loyalty to me because I didn't spend the time. My family, my wife, don't have the loyalty just because she's just not loyal. And like, I'm at a loss, guys. It's like, where do I go from here? It is super weird. I don't even know if I can still wrap my mind around the amount of hate that she would have had to have, but didn't show me. That, how can you hate somebody that much and not show it? You know what kind of person you got to be to do that? But at the same time, I'm like, I'm real aware of people with the mindset that she got, and I still didn't see it. Now, I know she was close to me, and I can't see people that's real close to me, but how did she get that far to the way she was close to me and me not realize who she was? Now, Sherry has a past, and I'm still not going to say it yet, but I know she's capable. Let's put it that way. And I underestimated her, guys. Um, this is so weird. Like, I'm sitting there, thinking that at some point we're going to still work together. But man, how much stuff got to change before I actually can trust her to be in charge or be involved in anything, you know? And that's going to mess up things even worse, guys. You know? I don't understand it. It is surreal. And I know I'm thinking this way because I already came to acceptance with who Sherry is and what she's doing and why she's doing it. But my daughter, why did you go to my daughter? Because you know how much I cared about her? how much I loved her, how proud of her I have been, but it allowed my daughter to release a lot of stuff that she never said to me before. Um, which, and I don't mind her saying it, but she was pretty disrespectful. I don't play disrespect at all. Like with nobody, you don't disrespect. All right, like I'm pretty, even keel. I'm pretty laid back. Disrespect, that's gonna release something in me, and I can't deal with it. And the bad thing is, I'm not the most forgiving person. Like generally, all you have to do is cross me once, and I can't come back from that. And that's not something I'm proud of, but it is who I am. But man, and the crazy thing is, y'all are the only people I got to talk to because she already got everybody believing that I did something to her. But the stupidest thing to me, and it may be because I've been in law enforcement, like I need to know the why. How? Like, you got to tell me more. You can't just tell me anything. But obviously, to the average person, that's all you got to do. Just say something. You ain't got to even explain to them what happened. Like, explain to the people you telling this stuff to what, how, when. If you coming to me, that means you want to share everything. Give me enough to make an informed opinion on my own. And then for, my friends and family to not even come to me and actually ask me my side of anything, just go to show you how good of a friend and family I have been. But I do get, if I'm in a relationship, my relationship is top. Now, not just any relationship, it has to be something like a marriage. So I'm vulnerable in that way because I invest all my time and effort into what I got going on. And my friends and family get spare, you know. So, and then me talking to and about my friends and family put somebody who got ill will and intentions, give them fuel, give them ammo to use. So if y'all are not familiar with the way people like that actually think, they take bits and pieces of information and they incorporate it with lies. That way, if they're telling you something that's true and then mixing it with something that's a lie, it must be the truth because how would you know that? You know what I mean? So it's weird. I can't think of what I could have done. What could I have done to make her not like me like this? So, guys, it's a rough day for me. It's rough. I'm going to the gym a lot earlier because I got to get this off of me. The gym will release a lot of this off of me. That was my wife, guys. Like, I don't think an enemy could have done worse than what she did. You would think I was like abusing her for real, like fighting her, cussing her out, talking noise to her all the time, every day, never doing nothing for her. You would have think that I was sleeping with her family members or something. Like something had to happen to make somebody hate you that much. I don't understand it. It is the weirdest thing, guys. Now, this part of what I'm doing um, is fueled by probably a little bit by, you know, I don't want to say anger, but man, I'm mad. I am like mad. You took my daughter away from me. And like, I don't expect nobody to understand that, but what I gave up for my daughter, the stuff I did just to, you know, stay in her life is so crazy. Like, I did the most outlandish stuff just so I could be in her life. And apparently her mom gave her a narrative of what took place, and she has always believed it, but she never said anything to me, but she did today. And I had to, tell her, hey, this stuff is not the truth. Like, it's not true. You know, I, but hey, look here, it's embarrassing enough to why everything happened. This even embarrassing, guys. This is very, very embarrassing. It's hurtful, and I really, really it has taken this hard. Like, right after I have came to acceptance, um, it's crazy. Like, I'd never met nobody as good as she is when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like, some of the stuff I couldn't even imagine that somebody could do, and that's crazy because I can imagine people doing all kind of stuff, but to do it and to pull it off is absolutely maddening. Like, that is artwork. That is fucking. That is genius. You know. And I knew, Shay was somewhat intelligent, but I didn't give her that much credit. Like, I didn't think that she could do this. But, you know, I have nobody else to talk to. And the crazy thing is, guys, like, I know the trolls gonna tear me apart. I know they are, but it is what it is. I'm okay with that. But still going into the night, just dying off and just fading off. I think that's the goal that she want. I'm just not willing. I'm just not willing. Like, I may just, get totally defeated at some point, but probably not. I'm just gonna keep on doing what I do, and I'm gonna, you know, live life, to the best of my ability from the day forward. I just don't know what that's gonna look like, and I'm one of them people who plan. I plan everything, you know, and this part of my life I thought I had under control, but apparently not. Apparently not. I just didn't understand even when I said that me and Sherry were, we compliment each other because everything I was good at, she was weak at, and everything she was weak at, I was good at. But I didn't look into the possible evilness of it all. I didn't look at the fact that I am incapable of being evil to somebody, and if we are just, and I think people think that I'm just saying that, like, we are total, like, if she can't do it and she's not that good at it, I am. And it's everything. And this even proves it even more. So that is extra weird that I didn't come up with, well, if we are that different and I got this belief, her beliefs got to be totally different from mine. I did not, it did not occur. And I still, I'm not trying to turn nobody against her. I am just, fuck, I'm just saying what's going on and stating my piece to make me feel better. This ain't for nobody else but me. You know, don't, stop, enjoying whatever it is you enjoy, doing what you're doing. Um, this gonna fuel some fires for some people that feel like, hey, I need to weigh in and put my personal situation in yours. You know, the person that pissed me off had it. Was it your gender? So you the same person as the person that pissed me off. Fine, that's fine. If I'm putting it out here, I'm opening myself up to all this, and I don't mind. It is what it is. I'm not thin skinned, but I'm gonna tell you guys, it's amazing. The kind of person that you can actually be living life with, what they are capable of doing that you don't know. It's mind boggling. Mind boggling, guys. Whew. And yeah, don't feel sorry for me. I'm saying this just so, somebody else can hear it. But it's not really, it's just nothing nobody could do. It's just something that has to play out, and we will move forward. One day I may look at these posts and be like, hey, but maybe this post will actually help somebody. There's some people out there that's going through similar situations, and I heard guys got a big, deletion rate from this kind of stuff, but don't, guys. If you are listening and you're going through anything similar to what I'm going through, guys, you're not going through what I'm going through. It's almost impossible. It could be worse if there were kids involved, but yeah, you are not going through this. I'm telling you. I mean, you may be able to tell a story that may sound worse than this. It's not. It's not. And at no point am I going to hurt myself. I'm just not. But, you know that you're not alone, and everybody has a struggle, and you can make it through it. Just keep going. I mean, if life hadn't taught me anything, is that you will get through it. It may be tough, it may be rocky, it may seem pointless, but you will see the point later. You just have to get to later. So please, guys, anybody, women, guys, just don't, and I'm talking to the guys because, the statistics say that men are the ones that delete themselves during these kind of situations. And I'm going to tell you guys, just, you know, work through it. I've been through it before, and I know how it look on the other end. I know how it look now. I know I expect certain things to happen, but I know later on what could happen. And usually there's a lesson. There's a reason why you went through what you did. Um, Regardless to your beliefs, if you believe in God, you know, obstacles are essential. I've been through my share. I thought I was done. I thought I was being rewarded. And, you know, I've been through like the worst of the worst, guys. I'm telling you, you know. And I thought because I soldiered through, you know, I continue to treat my fellow man like, you know, like I wanted to be treated, that God was just now rewarding me with all the stuff that me and Sherry has built. And, you know, I kept getting little things like little messages that will come through just when it felt like we were doing all this for nothing, you know. A video will pop up on my feed or something talking about how they went a long time with nothing happening. And then all of a sudden, everything started happening. And now they living on the other side of that, being blessed with so much after putting countless hours, you know, everybody else in your life, everything else in your life on the back burner and working through. And I told Sherry, I said, look here, this lady said that this is what she did and this is how long she did it. It ain't nothing happened, you know, and at this mark, it actually started happening. And the story is the same for us. It's the same. But she didn't have this part of the story. You know, this is absolutely crazy. This will drive most people like crazy. And I was right around there because it's just like, you know, I told y'all this happened all of a sudden. Like, let me be abusive, let me be doing something to you, and then let me get caught cheating or something, and then this happened, then I can accept it. I am an accountability person. I am. If I know I did it, then I can understand why things could be happening to me. But now, at this point, I don't. Like, my life has been so genuine and, you know, loving and caring, and I don't know what lesson I could be learning from this and why is it needed when I was living that kind of life. Like, it's probably literally not the most religious people in the world not living it like I was, or uh, at least feeling towards their fellow man like I do. Like the hopes and prayers to all the misfortunate people, the people that, you know, are going through it, you know, like literally if I can do anything without destroying myself to fix these people problems, that's what I would be doing. And with that heart, I got this, you know. Um, I told my daughter, you know, because she was, you know, ranting and in her feelings that why does a relationship between somebody that you don't hardly know justify you destroying the relationship with your father who been there for your whole life. And when I said been there, guys, anything, everything, every event, everything that she had going on, I was there. Every birthday, everything, I was there. I gave all my money to her mom so that they could be good while not having any money for myself. I was fortunate enough that I was a decent enough looking man that women was willing to accept me with no money. but they weren't always pleasant to me. When you don't have nothing to offer a lot of women, you're not gonna get the best treatment. I'm gonna put it that way. You're just not. And I didn't have nothing to offer, and I was okay with that, as long as my daughter was okay. But of course, all she saw was her mom doing, and that's because the money went to her mom. Her mom ain't telling her no different. So, therefore, some of that stuff came out in the wash. I want to absolutely acknowledge that this is content, but I also want to acknowledge that this is really my life right now. This is not something that's being made up. It's not being embellished. It's not, you know, just for clicks. But make no mistakes about it. I am a content creator. This is content. This is not my content that I actually put out, but it is something I am putting out. So, I don't want nobody to think that I don't know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. And this is not flattering. It's not going to benefit me in the long run. Um, but it absolutely do put, some eyes on the channel. And hopefully I get to keep some of the people that come over, because I'm not a drama person. Like, I'm probably one of the most peaceful, boring, which is probably why this happening to me. I am boring. I work, handle my business, and that's the extent of my life. That's it. And yeah, that may seems great to somebody who's tired of the riffraff, but eventually you're gonna want more. And I'm just not that. I'm just, you know, I find interest in the things I find interest in. I don't need a whole bunch of thrills, a whole bunch of drama, a whole bunch of stuff going on in my life for me to be satisfied. I'm perfectly fine in my garden, fishing, in the gym, and with my significant other. I'm perfectly fine with that, guys. That's my um that's what I call joy. Yeah. So yeah, I'm born. I am that. um all I can say, guys, is, you know, I'm not gonna allow this to change me at all. I'm just gonna continue to roll on. I will eventually get past this stage in my life and move on with the rest. I'm still gonna put out my garden content because I love my garden. All I have to do is remember to record it, because I go in my garden and I just work, and I think about, man, I should have actually recorded that. That could have been some content that people might have wanted to see. I will be more mindful of that, because I had Sherry, who focused on the content more. I didn't really have to as much. And because, Sherry can put out those little short videos, it don't take much to do the work on those to put them out. I do all the long form videos. So if it's a longer form video, that means I did all the editing on it. And of course, guys, that job could take days. It definitely take 12 hours, if not more, to do. Um, Longer the video, the longer it take. I'm just not the fastest at that. I don't know how long it take other people to do it, but it do take me a long time. And it's not a lot of bang for that buck. So having to sit my butt still for that long and still get everything done that is required to do is a lot. I'm obviously, depending on what happened, gonna have to go back to work, and I'm not gonna be able to put as much time in what I'm doing, because I still got to be able to take care of the homestead because there's nobody there to do it for me, which, and that could change. But I got to go and make money, and I got to come home and try to maintain this. And I just have to do what I got to do, guys. That's just what it is. I'm gonna just say I appreciate y'all for joining me, guys. I got more stuff. I got more of this. I got more garden videos, and I'm going to put it out. Um, the the Sawyer family, forgive me. I know y'all don't like this, but it's absolutely important for me. It's absolutely important, and whether y'all think so or not, there are people that's gonna actually benefit from seeing somebody else go through the struggles they're going through and realize they're not alone. All right, so to the next time, guys.